Welcome back to my last video for It's Just Lunch. It'd be a video exclusively just on Vanessa and my post It's Just Lunch experience. Sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth. Kind of get over a cold. But welcome back to the genuine reviews. After my last dates and everything and talking to Naomi and the post follow-ups and all that, I expressed to Naomi that I don't really want to reapply. First of all, I'm tired. I don't want to drive to Chicago in the wintertime, and I'm just really not that interested. And I'm also kind of seeing this other person, not exclusively, but we're reconnecting, and it's going well. And then I also expressed to her that this person is going to Thanksgiving dinner with me with my mom, which usually friends don't do that. Girlfriends do that, or soon-to-be girlfriends. So, I explicitly told Naomi not to call her. This is Vanessa Sescila. She is the person that would be on the news. She has been featured on the news, like the local news stations on TV, and comes off more like the PR person or the person in charge. She's not the person that calls or coaches people, but she's that in that kind of role. I'm not sure if she's above Naomi or below or however that works. But anyways, she calls me and she's like, "Oh, I want to offer you. We can do another subscription for half the price." And I'm thinking, no, not at all. But if you're going to offer me half the price, why wouldn't that seems a little ridiculous that you would charge me the full price if you could just charge me the half price. So $1,700 for another 6 months. I'm not interested, for various reasons. Trying to tell her, I'm seeing this girl. This girl's going to Thanksgiving dinner, etc. And then they wanted pictures of this woman, and I sent one photo over, technically, via, and it was just one photo. It was a public photo that was on her Facebook profile, and both Naomi and Vanessa thought that the woman was beautiful. I think the woman's beautiful. She's my girlfriend now, and I love her to death. And she makes me happy, and that's all that matters. We connect well, and Vanessa said, "Okay, well, but I said, call me back in 6 months or whatever, and don't call me again." So that was the end of November. They call me another time in 2 or 3 weeks and say, how's Thanksgiving going, Elliot? I don't even answer. It's just a voicemail left. And I'm thinking, how rude. I told you specifically, do not call me for like 6 months. Not in 3 weeks. I mean, I'm in sales, so I understand, like, you're supposed to call back on a basis where the person asks you to. But apparently they're so desperate for money, they have to call me back to ask me how it's going. I don't answer. So moving forward, after Christmas, it's now January. I'm recording this video in January, and they called me the first half of January. And they're calling me up, and they're asking me how it's going with the girlfriend and all this other stuff and blah, blah. And I'm telling them, I'm like, "Hey, I got a girlfriend. I'm not interested in your service. Like, I'm as blatant as possible." And they're asking me for more photos, and I'm like, "No, we're not giving you any more photos. That's kind of creepy. I don't need to prove to you that I'm dating someone else, or I'm just not interested in your service anymore. But I am dating someone else." Then she's like, "Oh, I guess you don't want this complimentary free date." And I'm like, "No, because I'm with someone. What does it have to take for me to prove to you that I'm with someone else, or I'm just not interested in your service?" I mean, this is really bad of them. This is terrible. And on top of that, I shouldn't be given anything. It's like, bro. So then I put her on my phone, and then I blocked her. So I know who her number is, and I don't have to listen to that. Naomi was nice. Naomi was respectful to my time and not calling me repeatedly. I would talk to Naomi again because she was nice and cordial. This Vanessa sales lady is horrible. She's misleading, and she's a bad salesperson. A good salesperson would respect someone's boundaries and respect someone's time. And when someone says no and says 6 months, call them back at 6 months, not 2 weeks, not a month later, and not desperate and giving out handouts. If you were giving out handouts, you should have given out handouts or given me a reimbursement the first time after I had such a horrible experience, because no one in the service, when I was dating them or was using their dating service, was in Indiana. Not a single person. I don't mean like not a single person in my criteria. I mean not a single person in any age range, any ethnicity, anyone with any kids. Nobody was in that service in Indiana. And I was totally screwed because most of the dates said that they would not date someone in Indiana, regardless of how close or how far or how much I was willing to drive or whatever. So, I was unfortunate, and I would give Vanessa a terrible review. She is an awful, awful salesperson. I don't do that to my clients, and she shouldn't do that to theirs, to hers. And when you do that to someone's clients, it comes off as extremely desperate, and it means that they really desperately need money to continue to strive. And take that as you may, but I, from an Indiana person, will not use it. Now, if I lived in downtown Chicago and it was a different set of circumstances, it might be different, because then there might be more people open. But at this point, my girlfriend is awesome. We're having a great time together. We're exclusive. We see each other as much as we can. I've known her for multiple years prior, so it's not like a trust thing. It's not like I just hooked up with someone. And it only took it. What It's Just Lunch did for me is made me realize that I don't need all these boxes. I just need someone who gets along with me and understands me as a person. So, bad Vanessa. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want. No big deal. Have a good one. Stay safe in the weather.